down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
Hey, you tuned in to what? The Savvy Radio Show. This is your friend, Steve VanCauwenbergh. Man, I appreciate you tuning in and listening. Sorry, it's been a minute before I got to another episode. I've been slammed working on the Savvy Bootcamp. Yep, all new material, and I'm fortunate and honored to speak full day in Ohio at the Ohio RIA. If you don't know what the Ohio RIA is, just type in Ohio, OHIO-OREIA, Ohio RIA Convention. It's October 30th this year in Mason, Ohio. I'm going to be speaking on Thursday, an all-day class. I mean, all new material. I'm grinding it out. I'm actually working on it now in the month of July. So practice it, get it ready, and get the big deliver. And then next week, I will be in Rockford, Illinois. If you don't know about Rockford, Chicago, Indiana, if you're close to there, it's time to get your ticket. We have a couple slots left, and that's the SavvyBootcamp.com. All new material, brand new, rewritten to the best of what's modern in 2019. I'm going to bring a new spin on how to do property management. And that's what today is about, property management a little bit. I've been working on it like crazy. Been working with a homeboy on property management and just how to really educate people on to do their job for an assistant. So the goal is freedom, financial freedom, right? Now, it's just one day you're not going to get to 100 units and then just walk away. You either have to hire a property management team or company. And how do you do that? That's the big thing. I think it's hard enough just to buy property, finance it, get the ball rolling, and then you build up this empire. Then how do you transition? And that's kind of where I'm at. That's where a lot of my friends are at right now. How do I stop working so much? What's the best use of my time? Can I outsource? And what can I outsource? And what should I outsource? And so these are all great questions that I have been working on diligently, answering them and putting them in a course. I'll probably have a course coming out at the end of the year, I hope. But who knows? I've been grinding it out. But I've been working with a friend of mine who has... How many properties does this dude have? Probably around 30 or 40 properties. Maybe. No, I think he's up to like 60 properties. And he's a one-man band. He's been a one-man band for a long time. And he just hasn't had good luck in hiring people. And I know that. I've been there. I would hire them. They're motivated. They have some experience. They have no experience. And then you got to start all over and train them. And every individual entrepreneur is different. Like the way I handle everything has to be paperless, right? That's a simple one. That's probably the future, but that's a society may do it old school. I saw a landlord not too long ago still do, actually, I don't even want to say his name, but I know some dude right now that still manages like 60 something units with Excel. I mean, there's got to be another best use of your time. But the dude probably doesn't even listen to the podcast, but you know who you are. Stop managing your own properties with Excel and get some software. I had another question to me today. Hey, what do you think of Tenant Cloud or Cozy? For everyone, it's up to you and what works for you. What works for me is Buildium. That's all we know. And we know my staff, we have issues with Buildium in itself. It's not the best software in the world, but it does what we need to do. Yes, there's Appfolio. Yes, there's PropertyWare. There's another one called Resman, RESMAN.com. There's a ton of them, and I don't think they'll ever stop. The one thing that my staff up front, because I asked them the other day, they're like, Buildium just doesn't jump on it like they used to. And I'm like, what do you mean? It would take them several days to get back to them. Hey, you lucky someone's getting back to you. I remember when Buildium first started, man, I'd put a ticket in. Hey, how do you do this? And they would within an hour respond or send me a video. So it's all to each his own. But the point is like, how do you transition from doing all the work yourself and passing it on to somebody else? Well, it takes strategic planning. That's your first thing. But after you find someone, so my friend, he went through some people and he has a young, motivated person working for him. And I was like, whoa. How could that be? And how is that even possible? But this gal, he told me that he's teachable, but he has a bunch of conflict with her, meaning not in a negative way. He said the first thing out of his mouth was she doesn't have priorities. And this guy that I work with, he's phenomenal, always introverted looking. Where am I going wrong? That's what you need to do. Rule number one is when something is not working, what are you doing wrong? Are you not communicating properly? See, that's the thing that we all miss. If someone does not understand what you're saying, it's your fault. Ooh, you can't put it back on the other person. It's the way you're explaining it or you're not verifying. So this individual, young gal, right at college, motivated, has mad love for this guy as a friend. They're family friends forever. And it looks like, and I was looking through the way he was communicating with her, and I could see, man, I go, look, it looks like it's all over the place. And it looks like that she needs to learn skills of priority. How do you learn skills of priority? Right? By experience. And I go, the first thing is that she probably does not have a business mindset. They're only going to do the things that are comfortable for them to do. You have to think that when you hire people or outsource things, they're only going to do what they're comfortable. Think about that. If you're an expert sewing machine person, are you really good at writing essays? If you're a great essay writer and that's all you do all day is write essays, are you a good sewer? No one's sewing anymore, so those are very rare. So you have to understand, you have to look at where it's coming from, the perspective. So I was like, listen, man, you might want to just spend some time with this individual and teach her the basics of business. And I think the basics of business is ABC. I don't remember where I learned this from probably a ton of sales books that I've read 20 years ago. And to this day, I still do it. And I run everything I do by this perspective. It's called ABC. Number one, or A. I only do what makes the company money. And that's not a way to make more money and do more things or be rich or whatever. No, money makes the world move. If I make more money, I can hire more people, and I can hire more people that make more mistakes, and I can move faster or more, or I can get stuff done. Making money is not so I can buy a Lamborghini. Making money is so I can do more and reach more. You got to understand, if you study Elon Musk, he makes a lot of money. I've been reading his autobiography, so it's going to come out a lot, but he's overpriced, and the high end people still buy it. Well, he's making money so he can do space exploration. All right. So it's nothing wrong with making money. A lot of people get confused. Is it wrong to make money or not doing it right? No, you got to make money, and you can do more with making money. So number one is I do whatever's in front of me that makes me money. Number two, I follow up with the things that make the company money. So those are the two main things. When I sit down, if I'm going to write this course, is it going to make our company money? Yes. I don't do anything that doesn't make the company money, and whatever that it needs to be done, I try to outsource. And that's number three, paperwork. So A, what makes the company money? B, you follow up on the things that make the company money. And then three, after you've done all those first two things, you do the paperwork. So for example, and so I was like, here, this is what I do. This gal that he has as a property manager. And so I went through my man's kind of notes and how he's communicating to this gal. And I was like, well, first of all, why is she doing listing things on eBay for you? Well, because I taught her how to do it. That confuses this person, because you hired her to be a property manager, or did you hire her to be a personal assistant? Okay. There's nothing wrong with hiring someone or having a personal assistant to post your things on eBay. But if you hire this individual and you have an expectation for this individual to be a property manager or to run your company, probably teaching her how to do eBay is not effective to your business. It may make you little money, but it doesn't make you real money. So he said this question to me, and I thought this was really important. He's like, well, how do I handle maintenances? How does that flow in there? Well, It's number one. What makes the company money? Also is a key indicator of saving the company money. If we don't rectify this problem with this plumbing, it's going to cost us more money. So we make that a number one priority, which would be ABC, what makes the company money. So if it's a plumbing problem that's going to cost us money, it's a priority. We take care of it. So I just follow those. I push everything to, I get anything that's going to, so if a house calls in, it's a lead, we're going to jump on the lead. We're not going to jump on the maintenance first. So let's just give me some examples here. So we got two things we got to do. We got a maintenance call and we have a lead. What's the first thing you need to do? You jump on the lead. The lead makes you money, buy a house, asset, puts money in your pocket so you can pay for the maintenance. Because if you don't focus on your priorities, the ABCs, you'll be doing maintenance all day and talking to people that you shouldn't be talking to. You should be talking to people that are going to bring revenue or build you up and help you make more money. All right. So let's do another one. Lease signing. Okay. Well, you try to outsource lease signing, or it's not a priority. You schedule it on a time that's going to work best for you. For example, if you have all your calls in order and you schedule that time, say, hey, let's do the lease signing on this time at this place, and you schedule it, you prioritize what's important, and you get to the stuff that you need to get to that's going to make money. Now, signing a lease is important because it's making money for the company. So I'm going to, again, let's look at another question. Go look at a house appointment or sign a lease. Well, it's pretty easy. We're going to try to negotiate both. We're going to sign the lease first. That would be the number one. And then try to go see the house selling appointment second. Okay. But I would try to make them both a priority. I would make number one, I'd call the lease signing back. Hey, what's convenient for you? I'm available today, tomorrow, whenever. You lock them down, and then you make the house buying appointment a priority. Okay. So I was teaching my homeboy, I was like, listen, you must explain the importance of business. People that just come out of college, they never owned a business before. So that's one thing. You got this expectation in your mind. You got to set an expectation for them. And you got to let them know, if we don't make a sale, we don't have a business, and you don't have a job. And I wrote it like this. I go, you must explain the importance of business. If we don't make a sale, we don't have a business, AKA you don't have a job. And so what you need to do is the staff member that you hired, hopefully that you did hire somebody, because you got to get out of the day-to-day business. When I was looking at my homeboy's schedule, I was like, listen, not one thing that you have on your schedule is a business owner activity. You're doing labor inside a job. You're becoming a job. You're doing the job. Business owners don't do the job. The business owners create a business to hire people to do the job, and they manage the business. If you're signing the lease, you're not a business owner. You're an employee of your own business. So you got to look at, again, I'm going to beat this into your forehead. What makes company money? If I write a training manual on how to sign leases, I never have to sign a lease again. Okay. What makes me money? A. B, follow up on things that make money. And then I finally, after I get all that done and have exhausted all that, then I do the paperwork, meaning sign contracts, unless it's a making money contract. For example, someone sent me a contract that I need to sign. I keep pushing it down. What's going to make me money? And that's a problem with the podcast. I love the podcast. I love the people that you interact and email me. It fuels me. Even the folks that send me questions. But sometimes I ask myself, is this an egotistical thing that I'm doing? How is this contributing to my business? Because I can sit here and mine deals and make X amount of money, or I can throw a podcast out and people will like me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I get weeks behind on the podcast, because I get focused in on what I'm doing that generates the income so I can propel the business, so I can have the freedom. And so I'm reading these autobiographies right now. They're phenomenal, right? Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. And the one thread that I continue to hear, and I'm listening to these autobiographies, is this: intense, out of control focus. Even Thomas Edison and the inventor would sleep on the floor of his business because he was so focused on what he wants to do. That's what you need to be. Be completely focused, and that's where I'm sorry. That's why I'm falling behind. I'm trying to be completely focused on my weight. I gained some weight back. I lost all the weight. Got distracted on business. Started eating out. Started doing all these things, and eating out it doesn't yield me success because it's not in line with my goals and my vision of what I want for myself. Focus on the things. The only thing that's going to get you to where you want to go to. For example, if you want to be wealthy, then the only thing you should be working on is buying assets, not cutting your grass. I would say not do your laundry. Okay? I had to pause there because I'm talking to myself. I'm telling you, these guys, these titans of business, they outsourced everything. And you've heard me say this over and over and over again. Don't ever do minimum wage work when you can hire it out. And don't be too cheap. Hire it out. Anyway, hopefully this impacted you. And back to training this person that you hired, okay? So you must explain the importance of business, understand business. They need to understand that sales and marketing is the most important thing. And following up on sales calls, that's why it's so important. That's why I test my own office. I call my own phone all the time and see how fast they answer, see how many rings it takes. I even call on the weekends because the phone is sales. That means someone wants to rent one of our properties. Are we answering the phone? And when you're ready to train this person or they're on your team, start training them on how to think. Train them of thinking. Go over scenarios, but be gentle about it. Okay? The person may not know the business, so they don't understand the process of how it works. You got it. They may came from Walmart, and the only thing they know is how to run or McDonald's. They just know pictures on a screen. They don't understand the mechanics that it took an egg to make the Eggo muffin, and you got to feed the chicken, and you got to raise the chicken and uncage. You see what I'm saying? They don't understand the process of business. So you're gonna have to walk them through, and then the question you should ask, Stephen, how long should I invest in this person? Well, how long do you think they're going to sustain in the company? Are they lifers? Then invest in them. Find a video, educate them, love on them, give them the reasonings why they're doing these things and what's the most important thing in this business. We've got to make money, not to make ourselves richer or drive fancier cars, so we can propel the vision and the goal of the company of where we're going. If you don't have a vision or a goal of the company, you're going to go nowhere. You're going to go someone else's goal. What are we trying to do? Why are you hiring this person? If they're a property manager, then keep them as a property manager and give them the goals and opportunities and expectations of flourishing in that position. I want them all rented out by this day. I want them, give them the culture. And then when you get this done, maybe we can go to the next level and you can be an acquisition manager or maybe a personal assistant. And maybe this person should be a personal assistant. Anyway, hopefully this is food for thought. Hopefully you got this through. Email your boy. Let me know. Send me some questions. Text me. Get on the Facebook, SavvyRadioshow.com or Savvy Podcast, however makes you feel better. Let me know so I can get some more content out for you. Buy assets.
What is the Savvy Bootcamp? Are you struggling to get to the next level as a business owner, as an investor? Do you want to multiply your income? Sign up for the Savvy Bootcamp, a strategic and supercharged one-night and one-day event designed to shortcut your learning process and propel you forward. Just value, no upsells, and an intimate setting to build relationships with like-minded investors. We will be covering how personality profiling can make you a millionaire, outsourcing and the nitty-gritty of maximizing your property management, scaling your business through systems and automation, technology hacks you should be using every day, and how to raise private money. Go to www.savvybootcamp.com now to register or to find out more.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.